Your connection appears to be deeply influenced by a spiritual factor, a gentle yet persistent force that seems to be guiding both of you toward a much-needed reunion. There is an unmistakable sense that fate, or perhaps a higher power, is nudging you back together, reminding you both of the special bond you once shared. This influence is not merely coincidental, it carries with it the promise of healing, renewal, and the potential for a second chance at the kind of relationship that seems to have been marked by profound honesty and mutual respect. Your person, the one who has been missing you so deeply, truly desires nothing more than to have you back in their life. However, despite their intense longing and heartfelt wishes, they find themselves paralyzed by hesitation. They are caught in a state of uncertainty, tormented by the fear that their earnest attempts to reconnect might fall on deaf ears. The possibility of rejection looms large in their mind, and the thought of being ignored further intensifies their internal conflict. Every time they consider reaching out, an overwhelming worry takes hold. What if you do not respond, or worse, what if you have moved on? This fear, as irrational as it might seem, has been a significant barrier, keeping them from taking the bold step toward reconciliation. In the quiet moments of solitude, when the world is still and the echoes of the past resurface, your person finds themselves incessantly thinking about you. They are perpetually on the lookout for any subtle sign or clue that might suggest you still harbor feelings for them. It is not just a fleeting thought, rather, it is a constant undercurrent that runs through their day-to-day life. They wonder about the simple, yet profound, ways in which they might capture your attention, perhaps through a heartfelt message, a small gesture, or even just by being present in the ways that matter most to you. This relentless introspection and careful planning underscore just how much they value what you once shared and hope to restore. The heartache they endure is palpable, a lingering sorrow that has not yet been soothed by time or distance. Despite the pain that accompanies their memories, there is a burning desire within them to find forgiveness, for both themselves and, hopefully, for you. They acknowledge the mistakes of the past, the moments when actions or words might have caused irreparable damage. Yet, what remains is a sincere wish to reconcile and to rebuild the bridge that once connected your hearts. Their longing is not just for the warmth of your presence, but also for an opportunity to atone for their past missteps. They are prepared to make amends, to work diligently toward earning back your trust, and to demonstrate that their love has matured into something far more resilient than the mistakes that may have separated you before. Every interaction with you seems to ignite a spark of vitality in your person. When they think of you, there is an undeniable energy that courses through their veins, a vibrant, life-affirming sensation that makes them feel truly alive. It is as though your presence alone has the power to rejuvenate their spirit and infuse their life with hope. They recall the moments you spent together, where every conversation and shared silence had its own beauty, and it is these recollections that fuel their determination to overcome their fears and reach out to you. In those moments of recollection, they see not only what was lost, but also what could be regained, a connection that is more profound and meaningful than any superficial interaction. Moreover, they deeply appreciate the qualities that define you. Your honesty, your unwavering faithfulness, and the integrity with which you approach life are attributes that they hold in the highest regard. They believe that finding someone who embodies these qualities is not an everyday occurrence, and they are painfully aware that a second chance like this might never come again. In their eyes, you are irreplaceable, a unique blend of warmth, resilience, and authenticity that they have not been able to replicate or replace in the intervening time apart. The spiritual forces at play are not only influencing your connection but are also highlighting the deep, unspoken truths of your shared past. Your person remains caught in the delicate balance of yearning for your return while being gripped by the fear of rejection. Yet, in every thought and every heartbeat, there is an earnest hope that the love you once shared can be rekindled. They are willing to confront their past mistakes, to offer a heartfelt apology, and to embark on a journey of reconciliation, a journey where forgiveness, renewal, and mutual respect pave the way for a future together. The energy that surrounds your interactions is a testament to the profound impact you have had on each other's lives, making it clear that some connections are simply too precious to let fade away. Every night when the world grows quiet, I find myself missing the hours we spent together, talking deep into the night as if the darkness itself were our confidant. I long for those moments when the gentle cadence of your voice filled the silence, and the way you softly pronounced my name became a secret melody that soothed my soul. There was an intimacy in every word you spoke, a tenderness that made me feel cherished and understood in ways I had never experienced before. Now, in the stillness of these late hours, your absence echoes around me, and each silent moment is a reminder of how much those conversations meant to me. I miss the sweet love messages you sent, each one a heartfelt greeting that began my mornings with hope and ended my evenings with comfort. Your messages were more than just words on a screen, they were little pieces of your heart that brightened my days and reassured me during the toughest times. The way you would wish me a good morning filled me with a sense of possibility, as if each new day held the promise of joy and wonder simply because you were there to share it with me. At night, when your words arrived like a gentle lullaby, I felt wrapped in a sense of security and warmth, knowing that no matter how far apart we were, a part of you was always with me. Beyond the messages and the late-night talks, it is the countless beautiful memories we created together that I hold most dearly. I remember the spontaneous laughter we shared, the quiet moments when we didn't need to speak to understand each other, and even the challenges that ultimately brought us closer. Every memory, whether vibrant with joy or tinged with bittersweet nostalgia, is a treasure that continues to illuminate my days. I reflect on these moments often, each one serving as a reminder of the happiness you brought into my life and the profound connection we forged, a connection that endures despite the distance between us. Yet, amidst these cherished recollections, I must acknowledge the pain born from the trust issues that have crept into our relationship. I am painfully aware that my actions have sometimes sown seeds of doubt and uncertainty, and for that, I carry a heavy heart. Despite these missteps, my love for you remains unshaken, a constant, strong, and true force that no circumstance can diminish. Even though time, distance, and the ever-changing nature of our lives have conspired to keep us apart, I continue to believe in the resilience of our bond. I remain yours, deeply and irrevocably, holding on to the hope that these challenging times are merely a temporary barrier that we will one day overcome. The current circumstances we face seem as if they were designed to test the strength of our commitment. Life has presented us with obstacles that neither of us could have anticipated, and it is in this turbulent landscape that I find solace in the unwavering belief that faith and persistence will eventually restore the closeness we once enjoyed. I envision a future where the miles between us shrink in the light of renewed understanding and shared dreams. In that vision, every trial we endure now will be a stepping stone leading us back to the joy we know is possible when we are together. It is also important for me to explain, though it pains me deeply, why I had to leave without providing a full explanation at the time. That decision was among the hardest I have ever made because it meant stepping away from the warmth of our shared moments. I was forced to do so not out of a lack of love, but rather out of a desire to ensure that you would never sacrifice your dreams or the purpose that drives you. I could not bear the thought of holding you back from reaching your fullest potential, even if it meant enduring the personal anguish of our separation. My leaving was not a reflection of diminished affection but a reluctant act born out of care for your future, a future that I wanted to see filled with achievement and happiness, independent of the complexities that our relationship had come to embody. In the quiet hours of reflection, I continuously remind myself that every challenge, every moment of longing, and every pang of regret is a testament to the depth of our connection. The love we share is not confined to physical presence, it is woven into the very fabric of who we are, an enduring force that will persist despite the obstacles we currently face. I trust that as time unfolds, the distance that now separates us will become a mere detail in our broader story, a story of resilience, hope, and ultimately, reunion. Until that day arrives, please know that my feelings for you remain as strong as ever. I miss you with every beat of my heart, yet I find solace in the belief that this separation is only a temporary chapter in our lives. With unwavering faith and a commitment to our shared dreams, I remain yours, holding on to the promise of a future where we can once again bask in the light of each other's presence, stronger and more united than ever before. Your partner is now facing the crushing consequences of breaking your heart. They had once chosen to abandon the love and commitment you shared in favor of something, or someone, they believed could fill the emptiness that had grown within them. In their search for solace, they pursued a fleeting comfort, convinced that a new relationship or a different kind of attachment would quickly heal the void. However, life's lessons are often harsh, and now, as the initial excitement fades, they find themselves stranded in the reality of regret and loneliness. At first, the allure of something new seemed promising. They thought that by embracing an alternative, they could escape the pain of their inner emptiness and recreate a sense of fulfillment. The idea was seductive, a fresh start, a break from the past. Yet, with time, the promise of this new beginning revealed itself to be nothing more than a mirage. The temporary distractions and superficial replacements were unable to replicate the deep, nurturing support that your relationship once provided. In seeking to fill a void, they inadvertently set themselves on a path that led further away from the genuine connection they had with you. Now, the consequences of their choices are starkly apparent. They are overwhelmed by a profound sense of isolation, having been abandoned not only by you, the person who had been their anchor, but also by the very people or things they once believed would sustain them. As they reflect on the past, the weight of their decisions becomes unbearable. The reality is clear: in trading the warmth and stability of your love for a substitute, they have lost the foundation of true emotional support. The absence of your understanding and kindness leaves them to face the harsh truth of their misjudgments alone. In moments of solitude, they try to imagine the world from your perspective, and the regret intensifies. Every recollection of what you once shared magnifies the stark contrast between what was lost and what they now endure. The pain is compounded by the realization that every choice they made, driven by a misguided hope of self-healing, has only deepened the chasm between you two. The feelings of sorrow and embarrassment are not fleeting, they have become a permanent shadow over their daily existence. The emotional cost of their actions is now painfully evident in every quiet moment of introspection. As the days pass, the absence of your supportive presence leaves them grappling with an ever-growing sense of remorse. The loss is not only of a partner but of a best friend, a source of unwavering empathy and comfort. Without you, there is no one to console or lift their spirits during these times of profound distress. Your role in their life, once that of an indispensable emotional pillar, now serves as a painful reminder of the void created by their own missteps. Yet, amid the sorrow and isolation, there is a glimmer of introspection emerging from their despair. In the midst of this painful journey, they have begun to recognize the magnitude of their errors. The lessons of regret are slowly taking root as they understand that the search for superficial substitutes can never replace the depth of a genuine connection. This harsh realization is a turning point, a moment of clarity that opens the door to self-reflection and, eventually, self-improvement. They are coming to understand that the path to healing and redemption begins with owning up to past mistakes and acknowledging the real value of the love they once had. In this painful process of self-discovery, every moment of regret serves as a catalyst for change. They are beginning to see that true fulfillment is found not in the quick fixes of fleeting relationships, but in the slow, deliberate rebuilding of trust and compassion. This painful acknowledgement forces them to face the uncomfortable truth that the distance they now feel is a direct result of their own actions. The journey towards self-redemption is daunting, marked by the stark realization that every lost opportunity, every moment of carelessness, has left an indelible scar. Ultimately, the profound loss they now experience encompasses both the absence of your irreplaceable support and the life you once shared, a life rich with love, hope, and mutual understanding. Each day serves as a reminder of the cost of their choices. Yet, within this sea of sorrow lies the potential for growth. The painful lessons learned may, in time, nurture a more compassionate and self-aware version of themselves, one who truly understands the value of the connection they once took for granted. Although the road to redemption is long and fraught with hardship, it is a path that may one day lead them back to a life filled with genuine support and understanding, should they choose to learn from their past.